Hey everyone, welcome back to Go Kick Me, your favorite crowdfunding news and reviews channel here on YouTube. So today we have a Kickstarter called Lumi, self-sanitizing toilet brush and base. Lumi is an intelligent toilet brush and base system with self-cleaning technology. Let Lumi do the work for you. So this is a real product. They're serious. They have raised $72,000, well above their $5,000 goal. So what is Lumi?
The toilet brush is the grossest thing in the bathroom. Are you brushing your teeth?
So the video is very comedic. You know,
always douse the
this
brush
lady
in liquid
seems
chemicals.
very legit, and she's got her kid there, and they're doing funny stuff. But I suppose it's a serious issue.
The first ever self-sanitizing toilet brush and base. Lumi uses UV light technology to kill germs and fight bacteria for you. 3 UV lights are situated on the inner circle.
So they go into a lot of detail. I mean, they basically explain what it does and how it works, and they're pretty factual on the features. And yeah, by the way, they use UV lights to sterilize stuff because it actually does work. And so yeah, you put it in, and then it does like
totally surround the brush, killing all
5-minute
the little nasties. The smart base
cycle.
also has moisture evaporating vents that provide drainage to a hidden evaporation pan.
So
Reinforced.
yeah, it's a great product. It's a well done brush. Yada yada yada. But the question is this something you really need?
I mean, I don't in your bathroom because back hair is probably the grossest thing in
Anyway,
the bathroom.
this is the part that.
I mean, I don't. Not mine.
Okay, enough with the comedy.
He's lovely.
Let's get to the other comedy.
Harry. No cavities.
So that's the thing. If this thing really desanitizes, or sanitizes, you know, kills all the bacteria, you should be able to do this, right? If you really believe your product. I would love to see them, like, yeah, eat ice cream with that. If they really put your money where your mouth is, or put your mouth where your money is. Anyway, but I'm not taking it too seriously. The product itself, like, it's a legit thing. You know, it's a good idea, I suppose. Is it really necessary, though? So let's get down here. Yeah, they go through all the details. It does this, it does that. It's, you know, it's basically a kind of typical toilet brush design, except it also has the UV lights in it. They say that with it takes AAA batteries, it lasts 90 cycles or so before the batteries die. That's not a lot, but you know, it depends on how often you clean your toilet. But I don't know if there's a way to like put the brush back without doing it every time. But yeah, okay, if you do twice a week, that's once a year. If you do once a week, that's almost 2 years. And yeah, it's a quality brush, I suppose. So the issue is they want like $40 or $45 for one of these things. I think the early bird's over because it's almost done. So $45 just to desanitize your toilet brush that you use like once a week or whatever, right? I guess some people use it a lot more often, but depends on your toilet. So is that really worth it? It depends. If you compare that to what's on the market, say things like these, so this is from Walmart.com, you can get pretty fancy on some of these are plungers, but like this one, okay. So this one's got some fancy thing, and it's like almost $20. Okay, so would I pay, you know, 2 or 3 times that much and also get the desanitizer thing? Yeah, it's not so crazy. But yeah, this one's got like pictures of rocks on it. This one's got some kind of fancy stuff. Okay, they're getting a little cheaper. But then you can also get kind of no frills stuff. These ones are $10. Okay, so now you're going to pay 4 or 4.5 times more for a similar capability, except, okay, it's got UV light, and then you get even cheaper. Okay, well that one doesn't come with a holder, but let's go to our friends at IKEA. So the Bowman, which is basically, you know, I got 2 in my house, I think, just because in Hong Kong it's even cheaper. No tax too. It's basically does the job it's decent, and it's $1.59, right? So now you're talking 1/30th of the price. So the or 1/28th of the price. So the question is, could I show up to the store, buy 28 of these today, stick them in a closet, use them once, use it once, throw it away for the next 28 weeks, and then I would be, I'd be in the same. I'd have spent the same amount of money. Obviously that's very wasteful, and hopefully the Lumi lasts more than a short while. But still, I mean, the point is, what I actually do, not throw these things away after a week, is I keep it for, I don't know, a year or 2 years. Say keep it a year, right? So even if I throw it away once a year, I still have 27 more years to go before the Lumi has paid for itself. I don't think the Lumi is going to last 27 years. I think someone's gonna break it before that point, right? So that's something to consider. The other thing is, okay, UV technology, UV light, all that, it works, but is that really? Do you need your toilet brush to be disinfected, right? Am I ever going to put it anywhere besides the toilet, right? So obviously that's where the toothbrush thing comes in kind of funny, because it's like, okay, now that you sanitize it, what are you going to do with it? If you're just going to use it to wipe up poop again, then there was no point for it to be really disinfected. Much more important is actually disinfecting the toilet as a whole, because just disinfecting the brush itself doesn't really help that much, right? The bacteria is in the poop, not in the brush. So there are some things I actually Googled around to try to find toilet bowl, toilet brush, UV light, etc. And I actually found this thing, which is like a little module, I guess, you put on your toilet seat or in your bathroom, and it will basically zap everything with UV light. I think that's why you put on the inside of the toilet seat, right? So it can basically disinfect your toilet every time you use it. If you were a super germaphobe, this would actually be probably the best thing to do. Actually, the best thing to do is to just close your toilet seat every time you flush it. So I remember hearing somewhere that it's actually flushing your toilet with the toilet seat up aerosolizes the fecal matter, and that's what spreads all around your toilet. I think I saw this from Mythbusters or something like that. So actually, if you have your toothbrush out on your counter and it's right next to the toilet and you're flushing the toilet, that's actually going to make more poop microbes and bacteria get on your toothbrush, which you actually are putting in your mouth. So why don't you just either disinfect the toilet or just disinfect your toothbrush? Probably the most important thing, right? And they do have some UV toilet. Let me find it. UV toilet. I'm getting all mixed up. UV toothbrush sanitizer. Yes, definitely they sell them. So why don't you just get one of these? Here in Hong Kong, you can get one that's like $12, right? So just get one of these, or actually better yet, just cover it, and use all the money you saved to go and buy a couple dozen toilet brush holders, cheap toilet brush and holders from IKEA. So that's perhaps a better solution as far as keeping poop germs out of your mouth if you really are a germaphobe. But as far as the Lumi goes, yeah, I mean, I can't really fault the product. It appears to do what it says it's going to do. They haven't put some crazy delivery date. It's not going to be that complicated to make. $5,000 goals. I'm hoping that's just because they wanted to market this thing and they already had the funding ready to build it. So I think you could even, you could just go to existing toilet brush makers and say, hey, can you build this unique version of your holder, and then I'll just stick my electronics in. Hopefully pretty simple. So I think the likelihood, especially if they've raised 14 times their goal, the likelihood that it's actually going to happen is good. So, okay. So I'm not going to give this one a thumbs up just because the price, I think, doesn't really justify, or I don't think it's a problem that needs this solution. But execution-wise, I think they did seem to have done a pretty good job. So hopefully they make it. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you're from Lumi and you want to send me a free one so I don't have to use my dirty IKEA thing for the next year, I would welcome the chance to test it out and revise this if I find that my bathroom is much cleaner. And that's it for today. See you guys next time. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at GoKickMe and GoKickMedia.com. Okay, bye.